Hello everyone, I'm Dmitry CEO of Cellframe, and today our regular bi-weekly stream. And we are going to talk about workshop, development progress, hackathons, bounty program, and other wonderful things. So, as always, let's start with the news. And first I want to announce our hackathons. It's our long-awaited topic for the community. As you know, we are preparing webinars, a series of tutorial videos, and hackathons together with our partner FinStreet. We already coordinated the schedule, so by February 10th they will publish short 5 to 7 minutes video on local short video platforms. And then by February 19th, FinStreet will publish 3 training videos on YouTube. After that, we'll get to work on college webinars in real life. I know the developer community is waiting for news from us, and while our partners preparing tutorial videos, I will do personal a series of developer workshops beginning from tomorrow. So tomorrow, Friday, same time, 11 a.m. UTC, and then Saturday, and the third will be Monday. I will possible Tuesday will be fourth, but it depends from you, from your activity. I will broadcast on our special development YouTube channel. It will be announced later. Examples of how to use our SDK. We'll publish the link to the channel in the comments to the stream and on our social networks. The topic of these workshops is how to make TD apps, truly distributed applications. We invite you to participate. It will be interesting because, you know, TD apps, it's a little different from usual dApps, because usual dApps it's something about financial things, when TD apps it's something that we'll compare it with cloud service. You remember we do Fox service based on blockchain. It's something more dedicated and trustless and transparent than usual cloud decisions, and it will be all short with example of how to create your some TD app, and not only about how to create it, but also about monetization. It will be about how developers could earn on these dApps, because we'll have storage store repository with our with TD apps. And it will be interesting, really. So invite everyone tomorrow on 11 a.m. UTC on our first workshops, and I will show first example of extensions for Cellframe node, for Cellframe dashboard, how to make basement, skeleton for your further applications. And the short report on our development progress. First about Cellframe SDK. So main changes in Cellframe SDK. We are continue to work on the Tone-based consensus. You know, Tone blockchain. We decided to take their consensus from Tone to one of our subchains. It will one of the first subchains that will run. We found it most secure from all reviewed, and we made our own instant messaging broadcast feature for the voting channel in the past 2 weeks. All changes you could find on our GitHub page. And our team developed node-by-node voting channel and made a node-by-node broadcast. And I'm waiting when they finish this work. We could measure this consensus, how it's working in our network, and compare it with stock Tone code, and see. I believe we'll see that our version will work faster. And if Tone team decide to take our implementation of this consensus, I will be only happy with this. Sorry. And currently we're working on the consensus algorithm session and rounds. When we finish, we are planning to finish it before 21st February, when we start third-party audition of our code. And also we'll start the second stage of bounty program, but we'll talk about this a little later. Also, the development team fixed several important bugs. They did correct deployment of threshold when reading chains, setting atoms on them, synchronizing these atoms, basing then some changes with basic emission transaction. For you as user, it's most important that now you have forced synchronization mode. It's a command net sync all or something like this. Execute help space net for more details in Cellframe, not a console client. Why you need this? Because maybe you have seen in our transaction explorer there is not so much transactions. Why it is? Because we have some issues with synchronization, and now there is manual tool to fix this. Because for example, you download an Cellframe dashboard trying to receive some tokens, you don't see them, don't worry, just open console and enter command like net sync all with some arguments additional. Don't remember exactly. I will show it on our first workshop tomorrow how this command working. Anyway, there is instruction on wiki.cellframe.net. And also it's related with synchronization. Before, one time synchronization was done with only the first link. Now it's done on several links sequentially. So it's more strained against bad networking or attempts to stop communication, to cut them off. And some optimization with static node list, but it's more related, how to say it, it's some just optimization for better performance, let's say so. And we're one another important thing. We're running Minkowski network. It was deployed and it's accessible in master branch, as I remember as well. At least it's accessible in development branch for sure. Minkowski testnet is a second testnet for KLVPN pair chain, and now they start to debug paid transaction, and we'll see how work their tokenomics based on VPN sharing and accepting payments with this their token. And I believe soon we'll see their test token on our backbone on Sub-Zero network when they're overbridging with our backbone, and we'll try to test our decentralized exchange, how work our built-in stock to try to exchange different tokens. Okay, the next topic is a dashboard application, and all the next things are related with develop branch. So current stable release still haven't included these changes. They are only available in sources. I don't remember, maybe somewhere there are binary builds. Not sure. Anyway, next week this develop branch will be, I think, merged in release candidate, and you will see binary builds. For now, better to download sources and to build your own build by yourself. Anyway, by the way, with financial software, I always suggest this to use your own build from sources. At least until we'll have no developed ecosystem like Cellframe that are able to prove that you use not infected version of software. Okay, returning to our dashboard. mobile version for Android is being developed. Completed tabs of wallet settings, networks, menus, the rest in development. First thing that is development is Android build of Cellframe node. By the way, I have seen some questions about it that some people found defiance related with Android in Cellframe SDK code. Yes, it's supposed to be built for Android and iOS as well, and it's left not so much to complete Android build. Really, it was compilable for Android maybe about a year ago. Then we haven't returned to this. Now we need to fix some numberable issues and then we'll have it. Anyway, more work we have to work with dashboard for Android. Also, we have added support for monitors with non-standard low resolution to have everything looking nice. Our team reworked the whole network panel and added ability to navigate through it. The list of network is a lot of them. Also, we have added some animations for network indicators, and the animation is turned on at the moment of switching states. This all, I repeat, it's everything in develop branch. The team made some graphical changes also in depths tab and fixed bug with incorrect data displayed in console tab. Also for the console, our developers created an auto-add common feature prototype, so it will be much more comfortable to use. More user-friendly console. Also, we have added some restriction to the character entered in certificate name. So now, for current moment, you could enter only a Latin character for your post-quantum certificates stored in blockchain. And some also there are some forced updating of wallets on switching tabs. Now there is no need to reload the application to update the balance. Was such bug. Now it's fixed. And the last thing of a list of our recent changes to the app, but not the last thing of the importance. We improved stability and reduced CPU load by 5%. I think that's important. Okay, and now some news about our partner project. It's about Out of Space. They have done a great job. They development their own Cellframe based decisions. They have started from L2 protocol. I have talked on previous stream, and they have already implemented of a lot of exciting features. They already have a functional trading terminal, a kick service, and the MVP of the social network is implemented for the backend side. And guys started pre-seed token sale round today. We wish you good luck. But that's not all. We have the other important news about our bounty program. We are announcing the launch of a bounty program with prizes up to $10,000 for finding critical vulnerabilities in Cellframe SDK. Everything but proof of stake consensus, which will be tested in the second phase. You know, I told about it before. We implementing tone consensus, and it's still in development. So we test everything except this. We test protocols, we test some base network exchange protocols, we test cryptography. Rewards are paid for vulnerabilities that allow remote code execution, broken ledger logic, private data compromise, and crypto-level vulnerabilities. Ethical hackers are invited. By the way, this bounty program will continue after mainnet launch as well, and after mainnet launch, prizes will be raised. Because, you know, mainnet will work with actual assets, not with the tests. And the last news, we have updated our official sticker pack, and now we have 3 space chipmunks in it. The last one with a katana is about our attitude toward difficulties and obstacles. We are Cell, and we are here. And now let's go to our questions. It's questions that you have sent us to our Google form before this stream. Before I start, I want to say that not everything, not all questions we can include, because we receive a lot of them. And it's hard to select something sensible. Okay, let's begin. Question 1. What's your own opinion about the new website? Website still in development for this stage. I like it. Really, if I don't like something, it's changing. It's changing. I have seen this site before. Before they have started, I have seen the design project. So I liked. I hope you too. The next question. When mainnet is released, do we have post consensus and validator running from day one? Yes, but with proof of authority part. So will be verificators belong to the team that could roll back any state change proposed from proof of stake based consensus. So it will work, I think, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, just to be sure that it will not be hacked. We will start from not so big capitalization, and it will be easy to make 51% attack. So this centralization only to protect from 59% attack. Okay, the next question. Is there any part of network which still requires central coordination when mainnet is launched, or is it completely decentralized from day one? I think I have just answered on this question as well. We'll have some central coordination, and also it's not only something related with protection from 51% attack. It's also related with application storage operations, maybe some author fee. I will tell about it a little later, and some other thing related with governance. So it will require some central coordination, and step by step it will be passed to the community driven organization or something like this. Okay, the next question. What are the main activities that are possible with mainnet? For example, do we have token transfer enabled? Yes, of course. And if we are talking about activities, first that you will be able to bring up your own node stand to earn on providing some fork services. It will be like CDN, like streaming, like VPN, like some cloud service, like storage, like something, I don't know, maybe some hosting service, some AI training, I don't know. There are a lot of possibilities. Everything that is working right now on your hoster, now you could do by your own and earn tokens with this. This is main difference between mainnet and testnet. And testnet you also can do this, but just for free. So on mainnet you could start to earn on this. Okay, what is the competitive advantage your platform has that you feel most confident about? Most confident? I don't know. Quantum proof? Service oriented. Yes, quantum proof and service oriented. That's most confident about. The next question. How do you intend to raise awareness of your initiative in countries, regions where English is not widely spoken? We have ambassadors program, so we have ambassadors. Ambassadors help us to be present on non-English markets. Do you have a community outreach strategy in place to help people better comprehend the project? Yes. The next question. Amazon Web Service do have a very interesting service that you might wanna take a look at. AWS Bracket, which is allows to use quantum computers for scientific purposes mainly. Maybe you guys could use that service to test the quantum safety of your project. What do you think? It still has not so much qubits. We need to wait until they will have at least few thousands, and we could show that ECDSA and classic cryptography is vulnerable and our is not. We need to wait maybe a few years, maybe 5 years. I don't know. But I believe, yes, that we could show it in some Amazon public service for quantum programming, or maybe from IBM, maybe from something another provider. I don't know. So the next question. Is there a decentralized governance process which will constitute management of the software updating system? Yes, we are planning. Example, node vote systems, taking vote holders community or else. Yes, we are planning this on beginning stages. We'll rulable by ourselves, but then step by step we'll give it to community, and not and stakeholders could vote and influence on governance process. Yes, we are planning really a big structured governance because we need, we have repository with depths that need to be manually reviewed. Every commit of every software need to be reviewed before we could include it. So we need some not small foundations. That foundation need to be funded, need to be governed. So it will be a lot of governance application, let's say so. And the next question. Some time ago, you tweeted an article on how projects that work with quantum resistant topics are receiving more and more strategic funding rounds. Are you looking for something like this in future? We are thinking about to make IPO for Cellframe Foundation, and yes, we are thinking about this. Right now, we only preparing documents and forming this strategy. Okay, that's all about. Not all. The next question. In your previous email, you said TPS can vary based on the node speed region. In the internet news spreading as Cellframe has invented TPS. As Cellframe is for scalability and security, as far as my concern, mirror chain technology for security is highly promising, but for scalability, I am not convinced. Can you justify? Sorry, too hard to understand exactly what you want me to justify. About TPS, it depends from internet speed in your region, right? But about mirror chain technology, it's not something that we release at nearest months. It really moved on the end of this year, I believe, maybe on the next year, because for mirror chains we need to polish bridging. and we need to have bridges with different protocols well working, and only after this we could start with mirror chain technology. About scalability, it depends from protocol owners. They, if they decide to use our SDK as maybe L2 level, or maybe just implement some part of our protocol in their protocol, and they could use Cellframe technologies for scalability. So it depends from the projects. Okay, and the next question. Dmitry, are you still development actively on the project itself, or are you more into the sales stuff right now? Oh, it's my pain. Unfortunately, I have no much time to develop personally. Sometimes I do. I manage development on the lowest level for backend. For front end, it's less related with me. I'm deep in all cryptography issues and some extensions. I am trying to code by myself, but unfortunately have no much time. For me, development is kind of rest. It's kind of joy. But mostly I need to work as CEO, and that's it. The next question. I heard some discussions in the chat that having layer 2 services is not possible with Cell. In this case, can you clarify, please? Why not? Already some teams, a few teams are implementing Cell as layer 2 service. I don't know. Layer 2 blockchain, maybe they want to say, because layer 2 service, I'm not understanding well what they mean. The next question. Sorry. The next question. Do you plan on activating the marketing wallet after mainnet? Yes. It sounds reasonable to me. Generally, it's not a good idea to commercialize finished product, or do you have a different approach? Oh, why not to try to promote before we finish? Just we have uh, to economy our marketing funds, because we don't know what happens next. A few months we'll have a bull run as previous year. We have winter longer than we have expected. We don't know about some marketing spends. They are coming. We are planning to run some this February. We are planning to run promotion on the first tier parts. So stay tuned. The next question. Any plans to hire more developers? What is the runway left from the last capital rise? Any traction on the commercial enterprise side to use Cellframe? We always hire more and more developers. Right now, we need more C developers, and usually we receiving offers from Solidity developers or from Rust or Go, but we don't require a lot of them. And required skills are hard to find a lot of them, and right now we face our budget limitations, because markets are low and our sell price has been lowered a little, and for now we are growing carefully. What's the runaway left from the last capital rise? We have Western funds and develop on Western funds. So usually we spend almost everything from our bi-weekly Western. Any traction on the commercial enterprise side to use Cellframe? Yes, and as I told before, we're preparing IPO for Cellframe Foundation, but also we are preparing roadmap for enterprise implementation. For this, first we need to run mainnet to show possible enterprise customers that we are safe enough, that our safety is proved by community, that we have some real assets based on our software, and only after that we could run massive promotion for our enterprise products. Okay, the next questions. Are the transactions not showing up in the testnet, or are there really not that many yet? First, we have, I told before, we have synchronization problem. And with this problem, we still continue to work. And our Transaction Explorer is still in development. I cannot say exactly when we finish it. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. It could happen in any moment because everything is done, just left to catch all bugs. There are more transactions that it shows, and soon you will see thousands of them because we are preparing to test TPS. TPS will be tested not in our testnet, just not to flood it. We'll run a special parachain for speed tests, but when I think it will be run about TPS tests. You often ask when we'll run TPS. We'll run it after some part of tone consensus completed. Why? Because without completion of tone consensus, we can't show you finality, transaction finality. TPS, yes, I think we could measure it on the next week, but I think we need to wait a little more, maybe 2 weeks for TPS. Sorry, it's delayed a little because of tone consensus. Anyway, we'll try to speed up it, and maybe some particle TPS test will pass on the next week, and at least we could show how many signature verification we could pass on any core, and how big TPS should be in theory based on some measurements. Anyway, and measurements will be not earlier than 2 weeks after. Okay, that was all the questions. Now let's go to our chat and see the questions that you're asking us right now. Okay. Hi, what about pen tests? Community pen tests are open right now. Bounty program is announced. Ethical hackers are invited. Third-party pen test, I thought it will be run after 21st February. When hackathons, right now we run workshops starting tomorrow after workshops. I think it will be finished maybe around 19 February. No, we should over with this first part of hackathon preparement. And yes, I think hackathons are also shifted right on 21st February or something like this. Before we start workshops and maybe some pre-hackathon stage we could run maybe also in 2 weeks, but it's 3rd February right now, so 2 weeks it will be almost 21st February. So let's target on 21st February for everything. For everything before mainnet launch. Mainnet launch on 21st March. This not changed. Sorry. When will be possible to send TCLs from one wallet to another? See it on TX Explorer in dashboard. Right now, as I told before, we have synchronization trouble. So if you are able to send TCLs, just execute net sync all command in console to force synchronization on both sides, and you should see balance challenges. And better to take Cellframe dashboard from develop branch. When it comes to master branch and will be able for wide public, I think it takes maybe about a week. Everything. TX Explorer should be over its issues maybe in a few days. Really, maybe 1 day, maybe 2, not more than 3. But synchronization process could take week, more than week. I don't think more than week. Less than week. So let's see on the next week what's going on, and I think you could just download, run, and exchange at least at the end of the next week. Partners, new exchange, we are working on this. I like the dashboard, but I would like to be able to send TCL to try out. When can it be possible? Next release candidate, let's say so. So current version, it's a little uncompleted. The next release candidate should be much better with this. Anyway, you could right now try with current version, just run netsync all command. If any questions, ask in our development group how to do it, how to force synchronization. And you should see, sometimes you see, sometimes you not, but if you run netsync all command, you always see all your balances and you're able to send TCL. Okay, another chat here, not so much questions. Okay, looks that's all. Thank you for all your questions. Thank you for all your time. See you next stream after 2 weeks. And we are Cell. We are here. Goodbye.